The House Education Committee is proposing a slate of new science standards, something that sparked controversy last year. In 2016, the State Department of Education was supposed to make a draft and go to hearings all over the state for public input, but the legislature didn't think the department did a thorough job of getting input from different communities in the state. Local News 8 reporter Febin Casahun spoke to a representative of the Idaho Education Committee about this. So Febin, catch us up.
Carol, Representative Ryan Kirby says one of the examples the department did not do a good job was taking a tape recorder and sending it to people, but not actually sending actual people to receive feedback. Now, because of this, there was an uproar from around the state.
This year, the Science Committee did a lot better job in reaching out to the communities for input. That's according to Ryan Kirby, a representative of the Idaho Education Committee. Now, the committee has modified standards based on this input. The State Department of Education states that science is a practice dynamic in nature. Since the standards were adopted in 2001, there have been a lot of advancements in science and technology, and the department believes an update is needed. Kirby explains that the new science standards are more hands-on for the students.
More experimentation, more scientific method where they make observations, propose a hypothesis, a lot more critical thinking.
Kirby says the public was upset with different things, for example, global warming.
Some people in Idaho, a lot of the scientific community believes that's because of human factors. You know, burning hydrocarbon, burning oil, coal, burning gas, natural gas, and so forth. And they think that's affecting, climate change and causing global warming. And then some people think that's not a big of an effect, and some people don't think it's an effect at all. So what we were hearing from our constituents was that there was too much on the human factors, and they wanted a more balanced approach.
Last year, when the rules were rejected, the State Department of Education had to reconvene the committee. Since the deadline was not met, the science standard became a temporary rule. And right now, that is what most school districts are using. Kirby tells me it's more student-centered now.
Permanent rule, it would be next year. So they basically are bringing these here, scanning, is this something that the legislature would approve?
So how are the new science standards different from the old standards? To name a few, the old science standards gave work to students like comparing and contrasting, asking students to describe what they see, fact memorization, and labeling diagrams. Kirby tells me the new science standards require students to find and analyze data, figure out where numbers derive, like, for example, looking at fossil records to find out how old the Earth is.
Standards for other subjects like math and reading are also increasing. It takes 2 years for all this to go through. However, the Science Committee tried to get it done quicker, which is why the standards are still going through a temporary process. In studio, I'm Febin Casahun, Local News 8.